wherein IPT took on a very solid victory against Singapore's
performance.
Rigel. Okay, so we are now onto the drafting phase. We are facing a formidable opponent that is Kuala Lumpur Hunters. Let's see how this one goes.
Yes. So let's take a look at the bans right now. We do see that Imperium Pro Team switching up the bans quite significantly compared to their bans against Rigel Gaming. You see Bard and Nidalee being banned away, so most likely a target ban towards Caspiel and Superior. And the Lulu ban once again looks like Imperium Pro Team really doesn't like playing against that Lulu.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, we do see that Kuala Lumpur Hunters have banned Poppy, Azir, and Gangplank, all fairly strong picks right now. And Azir, yeah, Light had a really good Azir game.
Yes, as we have mentioned, we're considering what would be the new bans. It's definitely Kuala Lumpur Hunters watching that game coming in from IPT. They're going to remove the Azir on that one, allowing still JLC on that Echo. And as you have mentioned, we are looking actually at a fairly new roster here at Kuala Lumpur Hunters. Kuala Lumpur Hunters has been there ever since here at the Garena Premier League. And as I recall, I think it was Jae-Yoon who's rolling around that one. I think the only, but only if not, I'm sure, the veteran member here would be 13 Ghosts. One of the most notable members here of Kuala Lumpur Hunters. So you would want to watch out for that player coming in from Malaysia.
Yeah, and taking a look at just the champion picks right now, we do see that Imperium Pro Team opted to first pick the Echo for that blue side. Very interesting. I personally don't see Echo as being first pick priority. However, looks like Imperium Pro Team really likes that Echo, and they've got a fairly decent lineup with that Kindred jungle and with that Lissandra in the mid lane. Yeah, very solid actually overall team comp.
I haven't seen Lissandra live over the pro gaming series.
Yeah, I haven't seen Lissandra being played by Light. However, Lissandra, a very good pick in the meta.
Yes, against Ali.
Yeah, that's a fairly good matchup. Meanwhile, we do see Kuala Lumpur Hunters with that Maokai top lane. Very good top laner right now in the current meta. One of the most played top laners at the moment. Graves, always a good jungler. And the Ahri being played. Ahri, very popular as well.
We have the second Ahri for our cast for today.
And then Lucius Braum being played in that bot lane. Very safe, very standard bot lane duo. You prop the pass.
I like that, even though it's kind of a starter path, it's kind of a really being very redundant over the bottom lane. I still really like that combo. Classic Braum, Lucian, that pass proc of that concussive blows coming in from Braum with the passive of Lucian. It just synergizes so well.
Synergizes very well. However, Imperium Pro Team's bot lane has a lot of ways to deal with that spell shield and with that disengage from the ice pillar. And we'll most likely be seeing a lane swap once again coming into this game.
If you receive the concussive blows, then you spell shield, then receive another hit with the full stacks of concussive blows.
No, it still stays. It's only the stun itself. So you can spell shield after the fourth.
Yeah. Alright. So removes the stun.
Yeah.
Nice. Wow. Alright, so once again, you would want to watch out also for Ozurabeki because the star heroes, as I have mentioned, would be Jae-Yoon, right? Where Jae-Yoon would be one of the formidable mid laners or probably formidable players coming in from Kuala Lumpur Hunters. And big shoutouts for our Malaysian viewers out there. I think Jae-Yoon, when he separated from Kuala Lumpur Hunters, he made his own team. Then I think they face off on their local league. Kuala Lumpur and Jae-Yoon's team, and still Kuala Lumpur proved itself that it's in a way they don't need Jae-Yoon to become the champions.
Well, Kuala Lumpur Hunters have been there since the very start. However, the rosters haven't been the same. They keep on changing every once in a while. However, the organization itself still here, and they've never really had the best performance. However, let's see if it's about this change. Let's see if Kuala Lumpur Hunters will be able to take down Imperium Pro Team, who just defeated Rigel in that previous game. Very solid performance by Imperium Pro Team, taking down Rigel, I believe 20-6.
Yes, I'm very confident this is going to be a really exciting game. As I've seen the Twitter news feeds over Facebook, our fellow countrymen has been very excited about what happened during that game. Everyone's even posting those highlights coming in from Lights Azir. And so we would like to send in our shoutouts also to our the Singapore stream again. Yeah, so if you what you are watching is the Philippine stream, that is esports.garena.ph/stream, made possible by Garena Philippines Esports here at the Garena Premier League 2016 Spring Split. And that is IPT, Imperium Pro Team from the Philippines versus Kuala Lumpur Hunters from Malaysia.
Yeah, and Imperium Pro Team, they look really strong. I'm really looking forward to see if they can maintain the same level of play that they played in the previous game.
What do you know about Zeus and Kindred?
Suez Kindred. So I think Suez is fairly comfortable on this Kindred.
Haven't seen that one though.
Yeah, I don't think
we
he's
haven't seen that
played.
one yet.
He's played a lot of Elise in the Pro Gaming Series.
It's kind of interesting that he dropped the Elise.
However, looks like they're switching up their strategy quite a bit.
Yeah, double ADC against double ADC considering there's a Graves.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So it's going to be really interesting to see how this pans out. I mean,
so for our viewers there, esports and Garena.ph, they're on the stream. I would like to hear from you guys. Who do you think will win? It's gonna be, will it be IPT, hashtag IPT win, or will it be hashtag KLH win? And if you would want to also send in your tweets for us, you could just use the hashtag GPL and also tag Garena Premier League. Again, this is an exciting set of matches as we are right here in the round robin stage, the group stage for the Garena Premier League. This league will pan out on 1 week duration. I mean, probably less than, because we will have our final set over the weekend.
Yeah, for sure.
So we're gonna know very quickly who's gonna be our representative for that wild card. And speaking of W's, it's gonna be Worlds. Wow.
Yeah, so it's gonna be really exciting to see what happens. And let's see if Imperium Pro Team can make the stretch all the way to the finals. This is probably the best representative that the Philippines has sent out so far. Imperium Pro Team have been looking very dominant in the local scene. And after seeing that game against Rigel, I'm actually pretty hopeful that they can perform well coming into this tournament. And we'll see how they perform in this game right now.
Alright, guys, all plates are on the table and all champions are on the reef. Guys, welcome to the Summoner's Reef. It's gonna be Imperium Pro Team versus Kuala Lumpur Hunters here at the Garena Premier League 2016 Spring Split Group Stage. On the blue side, you have Imperium Pro Team. In the top lane, it's gonna be JLC on that Echo. In the jungle, you have Suez on that Kindred. Mid lane, you have Light on Alessandra. And for the bottom two, it's gonna be Hate on that Sivir AD carry and Sanity on that Trundle support.
And for the red side, we have the Kuala Lumpur Hunters. For the top lane, we have 13 Ghosts playing that Maokai. For the jungle, we have Quaspiel playing that Graves. For that mid lane, we have Ozora Vecchi playing that Ari. And for that bot lane duo, we will be having Cool Kitty and Superior on that Lucian and Braum respectively.
Esports that Garena.ph's last stream, we have seen Kuala Lumpur Hunters as they are living up with the name. Moving us 1 unit on the blue side jungle. Getting scouted though by JLC's Echo.
Yeah, so we will be seeing this whole lane swap being initiated by Kuala Lumpur Hunters. It looks like Imperium Pro Team adjusting accordingly by going to start on those wolves. And I actually really like this play coming in by that Kuala Lumpur Hunters team. They are taking that blue buff away from Imperium right now. They actually take one of the smaller creeps to give them the slight XP advantage, as there's no really any need to stay in lane, as you don't want to push it up early. You just want to stack the wave up.
They'll be punished if they force that blue buff. They're gonna lose a significant amount of health. Their runes and masters are not set up for that one. It's gonna be kind of risky.
I think they actually backed off because they were spotted out by the Spirit Wolf, as Suez did smite that wolf to give them that vision. Yeah, so one thing to learn here, 2 minutes into the game, is that if you get invaded in the red side jungle, go for wolves. Smite the wolves. You have a very good vision of anyone who's trying to take away your blue from your life. Yeah, so ping did go down, and I feel like Kuala Lumpur Hunters do have the better tempo coming into this lane swap. They will be initiating this push a lot faster than Imperium Pro Team right now. They have cleared double buffs, and they are going to be looking to push right now. Meanwhile, Imperium Pro Team have only taken that red buff, so slightly behind in terms of objectives and slightly behind in terms of push. And they're actually going for this blue buff rather than pushing immediately. JLC will be walking down to help aid in this push, and that's 4 top versus 3 bottom right now. Yeah, so let's see. It's gonna land, and that is the illusion that Light Slinger passive. Big ball team to counter top lane. Turret, you can see that your Pro Team is now finished with a blue buff. So, work out for this red side jungle. You have to take note na Trundle is in that one, so they do need to be careful. They actually are learning from their mistake from that last game. They are bouncing that wave letting JLC get that last hit. Meanwhile, we can see the same being done in that top lane. Top lane is actually, they didn't fail to bounce it, so they are going to be looking to shove it all the way to the turret to reset the lane. So we should be seeing them stay for quite a bit, and this might cost them. Actually, this is actually,
this will be Seaver getting left out on the top lane. And the gank here in the mid lane. Force a flash out, just all in. Also, Veki, ladies and gentlemen, the first blood falling in the hands of Light.
That was very close. I thought that turret was going to land that hit onto Suez. Meanwhile, Kuala Lumpur Hunters with a very quick Rift Herald take. Yeah, so they're going to take that Rift Herald. They did lose a kill. However, it really depends on what Kuala Lumpur Hunters can do with this Rift Herald right now.
Yeah.
We do see that Sivir is pushing up this turret very quickly in that top lane. So they are looking to just take turrets as fast as they can rather than stalling it out like they did the last time.
And this one, even JLC pushing this bottom lane turret. So as you can see, there's a very, very sizable lead now in terms of CS for the top laners, even in ADC side. And because of that, as you mentioned, Kuala Lumpur Hunters didn't bounce the wave.
Yeah, and I think
after that format,
the very aggressive pushing coming in from Imperium Pro Team is a response to that Rift Herald being taken, making it a lot harder for Kuala Lumpur Hunters to push with that Rift Herald.
Yeah.
Suez making his way towards that Rift Herald. Not Rift Herald, rather, the Rift Scuttler.
Yes.
And we'll be taking that for his passive. So we do see a 2v2 matchup once again in that top lane. First time in a while we've seen this 2v2.
So that is left out for Maokai now. Farming here at bottom lane. You can see the JLC, it's level 4. Yeah. Could actually set up here in the mid lane as you have mentioned. And also the back is not yet level 6. Suez receiving the return damage from the end of the line. Well, that doesn't matter for him. Suez will advance up. Oh my god. So the Ice Pillar falls at the wrong end. So if it has been earlier, Gospel might have died on that one.
Yeah, for sure. However, Suez playing very aggressive, knowing his limits of this champion. And here comes the gank by JLC.
Oh my god, this is a Frozen Tomb. And a Glacier Man classic gank. Parallel convergence for the safety. 2-0, man. 6 minutes into the game. This is IPT.
And the Zora Veki not really having the best of luck when it comes to these ganks right now. It looks like Imperium Pro Team will be looking to take this mid lane turret away. However, there is a Graze on the enemy team who can provide that wave clear and does have that Rift Herald buff available. Top lane, just some quick farming going between these two players.
They're camping mid lane so hard.
Yeah, and it's paying off. I mean, Light is 2-0 right now. He does have that Negatron cloak and sitting on 800 gold, so we'll be probably looking to rush that Abyssal Scepter fairly early. Does have enough gold for the Blasting Rod right now.
I wonder though, Ozora Vega used the cleanse earlier, but still fell to the Frozen Tomb.
Yeah, and JLC in that top lane. So Maokai throws the bot lane, and JLC is actually doing a very good job of responding to that play. He's been creating a lot of opportunities in that mid lane. He got a kill gank onto the mid lane, and he was in that top lane a while ago. Didn't get anything off. However, the pressure of him being in that top lane is enough.
Yes, that's a 1.1k gold lead. It's definitely Light. Going to get his hands earlier on that Abyssal Scepter compared to Ozora Veki. As you can see that parts of the kills here falls into the hand of Light. So we'll definitely see that one manifest out in the main game. Will be really crucial. Like, they're camping Ozora Veki so hard. I wonder how the skirmishes will fall out on this one.
Yeah, and we do see that the lane has shoved up all the way to JLC's side right now. It looks like he is doing his best to freeze this lane right now. And if we take a look right now, he is indeed doing so, trying to keep the wave towards his side. So Maokai, forced to leave the lane and find something else to do, was looking to go gank that mid lane, however spotted out by that pink ward. And pink wards being placed fairly early for Imperium Pro Team. They had a pink ward in each of those island bushes.
At least he gets something to do.
Yeah. I mean, right now, it looks like Maokai is looking to gank mid lane. Suez needs to be careful.
Yeah. That's really a tight spot. Any end of the line would be really broken so fast over that one. Suez, oh yes, he has that vision onto 13 Ghost. The mind games are so real. That will cost 13 Ghost with a flash and his life killing spree for light. 3-0, ladies and gentlemen, and that boosts up the goal to 1.7k. Dude, that's all in the hands of Light.
Yeah, and that was a very good synergy between the jungler and the mid lane. And this is a lot. It's like the jungle mid lane synergy plays a very important aspect in the game, and Light and Suez are definitely showing this right now. I mean, we saw Light immediately go in with that glacial back.
Yes.
Suez didn't hesitate for that flash.
Yeah.
Other junglers might have backed off immediately seeing Maokai's flash. However, they were on the same page, and as a result, they were able to secure that kill onto 13 Ghost.
Plus, even if they go for tower dive, even if Ari proxies Spirit Rush, though he has the damage for the Spirit Rush, but Light has the Negatron Globe. They have the lamps to spike.
Yeah, for
The
sure.
tower dive. Yeah, so it's really an early game. It's really, really nice early game for IPT.
And
right now,
we do see right now that Kuala Lumpur Hunters has very good vision control over this top side of the map. However, they haven't really been able to do much with this information. They know that Hate and Poi have been farming the jungle, but they're not doing anything about it. They're not creating a plane on the other side of the map, for example. Like, wards give the information, but they don't...
it doesn't translate to anything.
Yeah, they don't translate to anything. You have to take the initiative to do something from the knowledge gained by the wards, and that's not what Kuala Lumpur Hunters is doing.
And even not directly responding to what the wards has spotted out, you could like pull off a maneuver on the other side of the map, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And we haven't seen anything after that ward spotted out, or after that info has been given that the bottom duo or the duo here of Imperium Pro Team is jungle farming.
Meanwhile, we do see Imperium Pro Team with the very proactive play, taking that dragon, two-man dragon right now, and it looks like no one will be able to respond to this. King's going down, however, it won't be enough, and now we see Hate and Poi are shoving this top lane, knowing that pressure has been created in this bot lane by taking that dragon. Caspel needs to be careful.
Caspel, this is a very bad position for Caspel that even prompted JLC to flash in. Just the confidence, ladies and gentlemen. No charm, no Orb of Deception connection coming in from Ozoraveki, being very careful that he doesn't receive any CC from that Lissandra. All the tempos in this early game, 11 minutes into the game, in the hands of IPT.
Yeah, so there's a 1,700 gold in favor of Imperium Pro Team, and I just have to commend how well they're following up on each other's picks. They're getting the nice picks that are only possible through very good synergy and very good coordination. As we did see, Light immediately flashed in and got that Glacial Tome onto, I believe it was Bossfield right there. So, like, Imperium Pro Team, they're just playing so aggressive right now, and all of them are on the same page with this aggression. Yes, JLC flashes in, Light flashes in as well.
And I cannot see anything on the map that Kuala Lumpur Hunters doing against this one.
Yeah, they're trying their best to stall the game. I mean, CS-wise, they are doing a very good job of keeping up in CS. However, they're playing very reactively, and this reactive play isn't really creating anything for them.
That's not even bait play. That's just really being passive against an aggressive team.
They're waiting for Imperium Pro Team to make that mistake and capitalize on it. However, Imperium Pro Team is not giving them the opportunity to do so.
Yes, and that's not a joke. That's coming in from Hate. Though, here we go. Let's see. There's Graves now back in the back line. That even prompted JLC without any hesitations, reservations, Alma Moreno to teleport here in the top lane. Now base diving onto Caspel. Caspel, it's another jungler getting caught out here by Imperium Pro Team. Now onto Superior. Will the soup be spilled, ladies and gentlemen? Poise Sanity taking the advance over that one. The face dive activated onto JLC. There's the ward for the safety. They're still gauging though. They can pull up this tower dive. And they know that Ari is over. It's in the vicinity. Charm onto Zeus. No CC coming in from Alzoraveki, and JLC once again on that echo.
Yeah, that's 5 members of Imperium Pro Team. Now in that top lane, they will be able to take that turret. Meanwhile, Maokai doing his best to shove up that bottom side. And Maokai did have teleport available during that fight, did not use it. And 5-0 is the score in favor of Imperium Pro Team. The gold lead now should fall to 4K, should increase to 4K rather. Once these two turrets start to fall, which should happen right about now.
5-0. Wow. So, looking into the itemizations. Gold at hand, we are seeing both leaders as an Abyssal Scepter. I would say it's probably on to JLC.
Yeah,
One of the biggest lead here. Sunfire Cape against Cal.
we do
here
see
from
Hate
Maokai.
is slowly building up towards this Essence Reaver. Should be able to buy it fairly shortly, and with that power spike, they can create quite a bit from this play. Meanwhile, we do see Kindred slowly farming up this Devourer right now. Is at 11 stacks.
Yeah.
So should be soon where he gets that sated. And that's when he'll really start to do that damage.
At least that does the review. Double stacks. Oh, that's all.
They only
Okay,
gave
so nobody was able to get the Reaver Herald buff. Now, here comes Kuala Lumpur hunting through members of the Imperial Pro team. 2 of the ADCs here gets removed, ladies and gentlemen, with the double kill. 2 ADCs falling down of 1 ADC. That is our Lucian, ladies and gentlemen. Good kill.
Yeah, that was a very good play by Kuala Lumpur. There's very good response coming by 13 Ghosts with that teleport and with that flash twisting advance. However, I do think Imperium Pro Team could have played that a lot better. They didn't have the vision, so none of the members of Kuala Lumpur Hunters were present on the map, so they should have guessed that something was going on, and they didn't have any pressure created in the other lanes. All of the other members, aside from the ones taking Rip Herald, had back. So there's no pressure in the other lanes, and as a result, they got punished for that very hard. 2 kills now in favor of Kuala Lumpur Hunters, and a bit of the momentum has been reset.
That's not a shutdown kill. If it has been a shutdown kill, it could have been crucial.
Yeah,
I mean,
the extra gold add up quite a bit.
Yes, and right now, IPT will definitely realize how vulnerable they are. Can run any risk of misplays. Something is like that one. Put pressure first before taking those objectives, even if you have that kind of lead. Though, I just wonder that Light wasn't there also to respond. You have to take note that JLC has no teleport for that one, so it's really very risky. That one for the referral play.
Yeah, and it looks like JLC is looking to build the exact same build as he went last game, going for that Mercury Tread Sunfire Cape into the Iceborne Gauntlet, most likely.
Oh, they're setting up here over the Reaver. Suez was standing on a pink part.
Yeah, he was actually trying to clear the pink ward. However, Graves attempted to contest that pink ward trade.
Could have been risky for Zed though. Okay, so let's see 3 members here. 25 seconds before the dragon came up. Scuttler just chilling through, getting pushed back. Dragon Pit. 3 members of IPT collapse onto him. The movement speed will fall into the hands of IPT. JLC has to teleport, but will rotate here. On the blue side, jungle. They have a good front line for the advance. Can be risky though. Also the fake use. That charm would be really very important.
Yeah,
landing that on the crucial target.
Kuala Lumpur Hunters now has a positional advantage. Forced Imperium Pro Team to back off. And it looks like they have aggro this dragon. Will they commit to this fight right now? Are they in a position to fight? Item-wise, it's fairly even actually right now, so I think they could do this if they play it right.
Okay, juggling the dragon. The dragon got tired of this. Okay, 3 members. They're gonna pull off a sandwich on this one. They realize that Lucian is in the mid lane. That's the signal to go all in, but hold that thought. That is the 13 toss on his own. Flashes in, light falls in the frozen zone, frozen zone, ladies and gentlemen. It's gonna be a shutdown though on land as he looks into the grave. Will fall down. Also, the Flamey doing the work onto Green Jet and the 3 members of IPT. All them one by one. 3 members are left. Make that 2 for the side of Kuala Lumpur Hunters, and wow, this Maokai is just too tanky. A 4 for 2 exchange in favor of Kuala Lumpur.
Yeah, and despite Light having that very nice initial tome, initially there just wasn't enough follow-up. Graves did his job putting the initial burst down, and Lucian, very good positioning actually throughout most of the fight, dealing constant amount of damage to the backline of Imperium Pro Team. Suez was caught up in that fight versus Ari near the Dragon Pit as well, and did die to that Ari in a 1v1 fight. And as a result, the gold lead has diminished by only
Light made up a really nice setup on that one. But the follow-up, there was no proper follow-up. Could have been an easy burst for 2 members. I was surprised that
Hate
they lost that one.
Hate got down very low very early into that fight, and that's what really punished them during that fight.
Let's see, no. Right now, though, Heat has the Essence Reaper. So, yeah, we really definitely need more damage on that Seamer. Then attack speed, rapid
Yeah,
fire
looks like he's
cannon.
gonna be most likely going for that
Static
Stiv,
Siege,
possibly
yes.
rapid fire cannon. And Kuala Lumpur Hunter is starting to drag it up right now, and it looks like, yeah, Imperial Pro Team won't be able to contest this. Suez is in that top side of the map. I think they know that Suez is there. Pings did go down onto Suez, so free dragon for Kuala Lumpur Hunters.
What was that? Right? I mean, you have mentioned though that losing team fights like that will take tolls on your team, no? So, I wonder what's happening right now to IPT. Their synergized aggression definitely lost on this one. They can play passive or some sort, but right now their setups are a bit shaky. Like, everyone is just coming in, has no idea where members of Kuala Lumpur Tigers will be. You have to take note that Graves make that 4 members are closing in over this top lane. Could end up as 3v4, 2v4. Just gonna move up onto live.
Yeah, so Kuala Lumpur Hunters trying to make the aggressive play, going for this mid lane turret. They do need to be careful. Echo is there, same with the Sandra, and KLH will be forced to back off.
Bottom lane though, also the Becky pushing in over this outer bottom lane turret. Imperial Pro Team has to really find a trade right now because so many objectives are left out for Kuala Lumpur Hunters. And Hunters, as we speak, managed to secure that dragon. Even this mid lane and bottom lane outer, quite vulnerable.
Yeah. So we see Imperial Pro Team, they've got decent vision control over the river. I believe KLH also has that vision control around the river as well, and both teams really just farming up. They don't want to throw any further. They don't want to make any mistakes, as one mistake can lead to the game snowballing in the opposite team's favor.
There's this little saying that if you don't know how to win, then at least try to think, or try to bet what you know, not to lose. So cool, Kitty, with Ignite Save. And full combo coming in from live. They managed to secure a heavy damage dealer. You have to take note that is Delusion who got the double kill. Here comes the cavalry, ladies and gentlemen. Su is doing work onto Superior. Once again spilled here in the mid lane. A call for Baron. Or for Maokai.
So that's a 2 for 0. The bot lane of KLH did fall. Maokai will recall away, and this is going to be the Baron attempt by Imperial Pro Team. Graves and Ari are coming.
They are doing the Baron on their ward. Let's see. Echo still has his ult. JLC dealing tons of damage onto Gaspel. He'll never leave this game alone, but he's doing the work against the mid lane. And of course, onto the jungler, but team members are so low going in over this bottom lane. Ari was pushed to use his Spirit Rush defensively. He will try to escape Aura of Deception, movement speed, 1 Boomerang Blade. We'll try to guess that one, but that is a 2 for 0 exchange on top of that Baron for Imperial. No, Holy Kitty will try to trade up and get 1 kill for himself. Retaliation kill, ladies and gentlemen. 2 for 1 Baron in the hands of Imperial Pro Team.
Yeah, so Imperial Pro Team with that Baron buff should be looking to push and create an opportunity there, and that was actually a very good play coming in from Imperial Pro Team. In total, that was roughly a 4 for 1 if you consider the previous team fight that happened to the Baron buff. And now Imperial Pro Team, they have roughly a 6k gold lead, and they're going to be looking to try to further establish their foothold into this game right now. Hey, no Baron. Got a bit too greedy with how fast he could recall and how much CS he could farm. And as a result, got punished.
There's his teammates. I mean, got punished the pick up for the side flash. That moment when you recall on a really dangerous spot. I hate that one from my teammates. Like, there's really a lot of merit if you just consider safety. Even if you're recall.
Yeah, even if it costs a second or two, safety is really important. And Poise Sanity, speaking of safety, not safe and will fall.
That's how you face check without a brush.
Yeah.
And so, let's see, it's figured by the jungler, the mid lane here of Kuala Lumpur Tigers. Seems that, wow, he's kind of described that Ozrovec is pulling in. It's like he has some sort of momentum over that one, but you have to take note that Light, again, playmaker, and even Suez, the one who's been counting him during the early game, as Baron buff.
And speaking of Suez, he does have that faded completed, so he will be doing a significant amount of damage. Also has that running Hurricane and that Hex Drinker to help out with that defensive stats and with the AoE damage provided from that running Hurricane.
And right now Light has a flash, so you have to consider he can once again pull off that one crucial setup. Just communicate his team. Actually, make that 3 members with flash for the side of Imperium Pro Team, but all of the summoner spells are up. I know, make that force splash for Kuala Lumpur Hunters.
Yeah, so they definitely have a position to defend this turret right now in the bot lane. Let's see what exactly happens.
The next team fight is gonna be big.
Yeah, for sure.
So let's see, they're sieging this bottom lane inner turret. As we mentioned, that's one of the downside over that game. During that game 1, where IPT always attempts to go for the siege and get nothing out of it. So let's see on this one. Oh, IPT is really wise enough not to pull off any dives.
Yeah.
Or hard initiates, even if they have the lead.
Maokai has been doing a very good job of stopping the split push coming in from JLC in that top lane, being able to farm up the waves and trade against JLC as well. So Imperium Pro Team, they're going to back off from that push and start this dragon. Let's see what happens. Teleport comes in by the Maokai. Where's JLC's teleport?
Teleporting from the back line. He's going to use that home guard enhanced teleport play. Lamslet by 2 is really managed to flash up. No! That is a collateral damage in the face. 5 members. JLC trying to do the work over that one. Chronobilling in the back line after receiving the charm. He's going to flash face dive in the calling. Builds up him up a little bit, but that is
a 1-4-0.
1-4-0.
One for one.
Who got the dragon?
I believe Imperium Pro Team was able to secure the dragon. However, Light Suez did die as a result.
Yeah, and I think this is too far for a teleport.
Yeah, a bit too far right there, and no one was able to follow up onto JLC. Yeah, because the rest of Imperium Pro Team backed off while JLC went in.
I wonder, why didn't he just teleport right here? Right? I mean,
yeah, there are other options. However, JLC went for that ward near the lane instead.
He probably would want to go for a full-on back dive.
Yeah, that's also a possibility, flanking and getting that backline. However, no follow-up as the rest of the backline of Imperium Pro Team was forced to back away.
That escape was really nice.
Yeah.
Combo from Con, break, face, that's 5 members collapsing onto you, so it's kind of understandable to use that flash though. 11-9, ladies and gentlemen, but Kuala Lumpur Hunters steadily starting IPT. Never what plans they're trying to pull off. The IPT managed to secure what they want. They got the Baron, they got the Dragon, but that's all.
And Imperium Pro Team, they have that 5k gold advantage still, so they're still in the lead despite what's going on in this game. We do see Kuala Lumpur Hunters taking the initiative to try to establish a foothold for themselves. They have 3 pink wards amongst the players, and they're looking to take this bot lane turret. This bot lane turret is long overdue. It's been there for a while.
I mean, the mid lane turret, this is not a good decision for Kuala Lumpur Hunters. Like, this could be an easy tower for
They might lose the turret in the mid lane again.
Yeah. This is a Seaver and Kindred we're talking about. Hate was even excited. They got a few targets over that one. Calling won't stop this siege. What is happening? There's no grips over that one, and that's the flash manifesting itself still. That's the unbreakable sticky coverage over that one. JLC, he'll definitely chronoblink and do it once again. He's keeping the alley busy. Double kill now for Hate as he's having the best free hit of his life. And we are seeing Imperium Pro Team collapsing onto this mid lane inhibitor turret, including the inhibitor. They send a hole over the base of Kuala Lumpur Hunters.
That was one swift play. That was 3 kills in favor of Imperium Pro Team. For 3 for 0, they managed to secure an inhibitor as well. And that again came down to the very decisive decision making coming in for Imperium Pro Team with these initiates. Light, no hesitation, goes in, and the rest of Imperium Pro Team follows up immediately afterwards.
And that is how you follow up. Wow, what a nice setup there by Imperium Pro Team. That shoots them up A 5-kill lead on top of that 7k gold lead. We have 15 seconds on that Baron.
Yeah, and I don't think Kuala Lumpur Hunters will attempt to take this Baron right now, as it is very risky. Instead, they can take that free turret in the mid lane and just back away.
They need to get some mileage over this Baron. They have to consider to put on those visions because it will be very crucial. Once again, IPT with their decisiveness. No, they're going to clear pressure this bottom lane first. Let's see. Teleport condition here. JLC knows that his teleports will be up in a few seconds. 4 members will now take here over the mid lane. Starts with their blue side jungle onto the river. Probably lay down some wards over the red side jungle as everyone has their eyes set on the battle.
Yeah, for sure. We do see that JLC does need a response to the split push coming in from Maokai right now. Maokai has this lane shoved up quite far, and his teleport will be up shortly soon. However, JLC's teleport, same timing as the Maokai, so we'll be able to respond as well to this Maokai in that ball lane. And Ari needs to be careful as that's 3 members of a pure pro team.
Yes, the charm connected onto the Suez, but you cannot deny. Oh, there's a flash in. Wow! Flash! I feel Arena. Boy, sanity. This is the struggle we're talking about. Just a free tower. Guys, just getting the free. It's gonna be hate, but only 3 members are trying to stop the Tracer. Lambert fight prevents the kill, and JLC is cutting down the tree, ladies and gentlemen, as 2 members of Kuala Lumpur are now down. Imperial Pro Team with 4 members will rotate for this battle. I haven't seen the battle because of the Kindred icon, and this is going to be a very long trade.
Yeah.
JLC and Ghost.
And going back to the fight that top lane as this trade is commencing, we did see that Graves is down, so that's going to be a Baron attempt for Imperial Pro Team, man. This is taking forever.
Yeah, man. Like, it would take you too long to really cut down a tree using a really sharp ult. Not a sharp ult. Like,
what weapon does Echo wield actually? I'm actually very curious.
Or ice popsicle, like
ice popsicle
or laundry soap. I really don't have any idea. But one thing's for sure though,
it's not enough to chop down the tree.
That weapon is not sharp.
Yeah.
That weapon is not sharp.
It should sharpen it.
Yeah. Could be faster to kill 13 ghosts.
Yeah, maybe you need to like buy maybe like a black cleaver or something.
Yeah. Put in additional sword on that one.
Yeah, like if you look at the items coming in for JLC, he doesn't really have anything to chop something down. Like the other people, they have the sword and stuff. Meanwhile, you've got that frozen fist, but that's not really gonna do much.
Yeah. This too good. This even for sanity as a popsicle in sanity.
Yeah, so for sanity.
Yeah.
Looking to build. I think that's gonna be a frozen heart though, so no Iceborne Gauntlet coming in. And meanwhile, we do see Imperial Pro Team just steadily taking all the objectives on the map. They sent JLC to the top lane with that the Z-Rod portal and with that Baron buff. So JLC putting lots of pressure in that top lane will stop any teleports coming in by the Maokai. Meanwhile, Imperial Pro Team, the rest of the Imperial Pro Team, they were able to take that dragon and they were able to keep this mid lane up. So let's see what happens and see what breaks out, as I feel like something's gonna happen very soon.
You have to consider though the top lane. Like, as I recall, Echo's dance animation would be like a rock star, right?
Yeah, I think he does the...
Yeah, and if he pulled up that dance animation, it's gonna be Echo and the Beatles.
The Beatles?
Yeah, because of the...
the disease. I get it.
Yes,
yeah.
My metaphor as deep as my eyebags, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a long day.
It's been a long day, ladies and gentlemen. 17-9! 8 kill lead here by Imperial Pro Team on top of the 10k gold lead. We are now into the late game, ladies and gentlemen, as Imperial Pro Team is knocking on the remaining doors of Kuala Lumpur Hunters. If you look at the gold distribution here, Light with 1 death, definitely. No, make that JLC, no deaths yet. 506, ladies and gentlemen, putting up that setup, putting all those setups for IPT. Kind of safe to say that this Echo would be very hard to deal with now for the rest of Kuala Lumpur Hunters. Not to mention the Light's damage.
Yeah, it looks like Imperial Pro Team are slowly looking to just end the game right now. This will be the inhibitor for sure.
You just need to deliver aid with this kind of lead that you have, and even Suez could help to push.
They really just need to get another inner turret broken down. And it looks like they're going to be aiming for that top lane. Their Baron buff has expired, so no additional damage and no buff minions to help them out this time around. And they do need to be careful, as that counter engage from that Maokai and Braum is scary.
From the side of Lucian, but the thing here is that that Cult stayed it up for the Z0 portal. So, I mean, there's the Z0 portal, so the push will be consistent over this one. Minions will be locked up inside their own base. But here we go again with IPT. With this on the hunt, activated, ladies and gentlemen, and the target will be the target. It's going to be Suez and Kate with the right over the KLH into the advanced one is happening all over the match. It's going to be the line receiving the frozen jump. Look at Blue Team. He's getting the free hit, but members of IPT is getting attention over him. Blue Team will get shredded too, and once again, their 13 goes. The Takiest member will fall down onto Ozora Bengi JLC with a time wonder, one less hit from the Gobsicle. Caspel running for his life. That's a 4-0 exchange, and probably the game all in favor of IPT.
And what an explosive way to end the game right there. Just one quick team fight, one on the hot top, one slash coming in from the Sandra. And with that play right there, Imperial Pro Team will be taking their second game of the day, 2-0.
2-0! Group stage, Imperial Pro Team.
And what can I say? I mean, Imperial Pro Team has surpassed my expectations so far in the Garena Premier League. Both of their games have been extremely convincing.
Yes.
I mean, first game was 26, this game is 21-9. And all of the members are looking extremely solid right now. I mean, there isn't really a weak link so far in this team, and I'm looking forward to see what they can do.
Yes, the synergy. They haven't even revealed something. It's kind of a more formal composition they have delivered here. Kind of nothing new, but the execution manifests so well.